my method to paying the seatbelt ticket is what? You ask the judge, can you please make it $1 billion fine so I can really help out my community? Give me a judgment for $1 billion. I'll pay you $1 a year for the next billion years. You could take that $1 billion judgment and you could obtain loans. You know, you could sell that judgment and you could make a lot more money for our community. So why don't you make it $1 trillion fine? And I'll pay you $1 a year for the next trillion years, but you could take that judgment and you could actually obtain credit for the county. To get new police cars, a monorail system, a new airport. Give me $1 trillion fine. What does it matter? What does it matter for a fine? Tell them you pay $1 a year for the next 10 billion years. They'll say, okie dokie, not a problem. They're not going to tell you no. See, that's what I don't understand. You guys are thinking it the old-fashioned way. You don't want to pay. Why not? What's the big deal? Get a judgment. Is it going to affect your insurance rate? No. Is it going to affect your points on your license? No.
No.
So why don't you ask them, can you make it $1 trillion judgment so I can really help my community? I want to do my civic duty. I want to do my part for my community. Give me $1 trillion fine, because I know what you do with these fines and these judgments. You take them, you're bundling them up in the package, and you sell them. You sell them like stocks, like bonds. You package them. Now you say, well, we're going to collect on it. What's your rate of collection on fines and penalties and judgments? Well, we got about an 80% collection rate. Woohoo! Well, how many judgments and fines you got, county? Well, we got a couple of good ones this year, so we're at the $1,100,003 worth of. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, we could bundle them up and sell them. Like I said, a seatbelt ticket. What would be the point? And see, I'm not. What's that guy's name? Mark Stevens. I'm not the kind of guy who's going to take 300 pages and jam it in the court's face and say, look, this is how I'm going to defend myself with the Constitution and how many elements is there in a case. And, you know, I'm not going to play that silly game. I'm not going to do that crap. You know, and tie up the court for 5 hours with a seatbelt ticket. You know, a lot of those guys like doing that. You know, how many elements is there to a case, you know. And then they always say, well, the second element is always the most important element. The second element is that there's got to be damages. If there's no damages, you've got no legitimate cause of action, so you got no case. Yeah. I know that. It's just special. You know, it's pretty funny how many elements it takes. You know, how many elements is, you know, in a case. You know, and if there's no damages, well then, you know, you got no case. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I think I gave them notice that they have no jurisdiction, and when I met DA, he told me, yes, we do have jurisdiction. He sent me over to a judge, and I tried to tell a judge to read my note, and he didn't want to read it. Well, I know he read it, but he said, well, this is not the day for a trial, so he scheduled me a date for a trial. Yeah,
okay, so like I said, say you wanted to play it the old-fashioned way, right? You just tell the prosecutors that, oh, you please state for me how many elements there are in a valid cause of action, and you please name them. And then he'll say, well, what do you mean, how many elements? It's like, well, let me tell you one element that you must need. You must need, you know, damages. So is there any element in here of the damages? Do you actually have anything in here that reflects any kind of damage I did while I was doing 35 and a 50 or not wearing my speed belt? Can you actually show me the actual damages that I created by not wearing my seatbelt? Because there's what do you call that? I'm trying to think of what the fancy word they use in law, you know, like a maxim in law. The maxim in law is action of no damage. There's no action given if there's no damages. It's very simple. It's like actio non deturo non damnifico or something like that. It's a Latin phrase. It just says an action is not given to him who has received no damages. So it's a maxim of law. You know, it's so well established that the judges can't challenge it. But why? Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to say, look, you have no action because, you know, you have no action given to the man because there's no damages. You can't seek, there is no action here. You can't move any further. You need somebody who's going to come forth and say they were damaged. And do you have that? No. Was the city damaged? No. Was the county damaged? No. Did I damage the roads? No. Did any man or woman come forward and say I damaged a car? No. Then you have no cause of action. You have no case. But like I say to them all the time, why bother? Why not bother doing it a new way and saying, hey, is there a way we can make this $1 trillion fine or a $3 trillion fine? Why? I'll pay you $1 a year for the next 3 trillion years, and I'll help my community out by putting this fine and this judgment on the books. And you guys will look like, wow, you guys are really fucking working hard down here. Look at all this money you're making. It just make them scratch their head. It's like, oh, you figured out what we're doing down here. Yeah, I know exactly what the fuck you're doing. And now you're bundling all these judgments and how you guys obtaining credit for the county or the state. Let me do my civic duty. Give me a $3 trillion fine. Give me $3 trillion judgment. See what they say. They say, get the hell out of here. You're crazy.
Okay,
Say, no, I want to do my civic duty. What do you want me to tell you? You want me to do it the old-fashioned way? You want me to tell you the way everybody else tells you to do it? Who's the man that's going to come forth here and make a claim I've done something wrong by not wearing my seatbelt? Well, what's the other cute way you found on YouTube? What's the other cute way you're supposed to say it?
I don't know. I just kind of watched a lot of your videos, and they made a lot of sense.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying.
Try, see if it works with a small citation, or see if it really works in the court.
Yeah, but to me, it's like, why bother? It's like, to me, I'm just doing it a whole other way. I'm just laughing at them and showing them, look, I know how your game is played. You're not going to get me crying. You're not going to get me going boo-hoo. I know it's all about the money. Don't even bother bullshitting me. It's all about slave labor. It's all about Nike getting new shoe factories here in the United States. I know it's all bullshit. I know we're getting rid of all the poppy fields in Afghanistan. Oh, that's right. That's why we're over there now, protecting all the poppy fields because we don't want opium. Oh, that's right. And that's why that Pat Tillman football player was killed, because he said he's going to come back to the United States and tell everybody that we're protecting the opium trade now. We're the ones for protecting the poppy fields. And that the Muslims are really destroying all the poppy fields and destroying all the opium because they don't want their people hooked on this crap. It's just funny. It's just, it's like I'm trying to expose this to people and say, look, tell them, we get the joke. We understand. We understand why you're giving us seatbelt tickets. We understand. You need to make money for the county and the state. Yes, we know. We're not hurting anybody. There's no damages. Yes, we know you don't have a proper cause of action. Yes, we know that, it's our property and we do as we wish, anytime we wish, but we know you got to do it to make money for the county, right? Okay, so let me do my civic duty, and why do you give me $1 trillion judgment against my legal person? I don't give a damn. Give me $1 trillion judgment. What the hell do I care? But like I said, you say, well, I'm going to get a seatbelt ticket. Let me go out and get a seatbelt ticket, and let's see if your stuff works, Cole. What stuff works? Say to them, oh, where's the man who's saying I've done something wrong? Save it. There's no reason to keep trying this stuff out. The guy in Canada did that. He had millions of dollars worth of birds he smuggled into the country. And the government gave him, $1 trillion fine for doing all that crap. And he's like, okay, fine, no problem. I'll pay you $1 trillion worth of fines. I don't give a damn. Oh, now give me back all my smuggled birds. Now give me back all my property. And they had to give him back all his property. This is what I'm trying to say. I'm done doing the stupid speeding ticket and stuff. This is what the lawyers do. You go call up a lawyer and say, well, I want to pay a speeding ticket. What do I do? It's like, well, you do this, do this. Hey, you know what? How much is your speeding ticket for? $500. Hey, tell them make it $500 trillion. What? Let's make some real money for this county. Yeah, let's put some real big numbers on the book for you guys. What? You're going to pay it? Of course I'm going to pay it. I'm a man. All the money comes from man. You know what? Of course I'll pay it. I'll pay you $1 a year for the next 500 trillion years. Let's get some real money for this county. That way you only have to write me a ticket out once every 10, 20 years, and I'll generate so much damn money for your county, you won't have to give tickets to nobody else. You can let everybody else drive around and not worry about giving seatbelt tickets to them no more. Why? Because I'll let you to give me a ticket once every 10, 20 years, and I'll make it such a whopper of a number, you guys will be financed for the next 50 years. It's a joke. You guys got to start letting these fuckers know you're understanding the game. This is a joke. I know it's all about money. I know it has nothing to do with my safety, anybody's safety. I know this all has to do with actuaries and insurance companies and probability, and it's all bullshit.
I could have just paid a ticket. It wouldn't be that much, but I really want to challenge them just to see how it works.
Why challenge? I say, why challenge? Challenge is to me, that's the way people were doing it. Like I said, it's the other people who listen on all these gurus on all these other shows. They show you how to beat a traffic ticket. Why? What's the point? What's the purpose? Because some other poor schmuck is sitting in a courtroom, he's going to pay a ticket. And the other 10,000 guys behind you, they're just going to pay the damn ticket. So you beat them. Whoop-de-doo. What about the other 10,000 people that are behind you in line? They're just going to pay their stupid fine and go on with their day. So like I said, to me, somebody like me has just got to say, you know what, just give me $1 trillion fine. I don't give a damn. Give me $1 trillion judgment. I don't give a damn. Why? Because I'm going to pay you. And you can't make me pay you any more than I got. It can't be done. It's all commercial. You can't do it. There's certain rules. So it just makes you laugh, when you actually find out that that's all they can do. They can't ask, if you say this is all you got, they're in no position to extort money from you. They can't say, well, you better give us more or we're going to put you in jail. They don't have the capacity to do that. If you say you're willing to pay it, well, then you're going to pay it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. It's funny. That's just the rules. Say somebody goes into court and they get like 4 traffic tickets, right? And you can just say the judge says to you, your fine is $800 and $135 in court costs, right? $100 in court costs. And you just say, I'm sorry, Your Honor, I can't accept your offer. I have no money. Because these administrative court, everything is a commercial offer. If you don't say anything, like if you're just silent, then they're going to believe that the offer was accepted. But just like I did in court in North Carolina, the judge said it's going to be $300 in court costs. And I said, not going to be able to come up with the $300. And he said, what can you come up with? Can you come up with half? I said, no, I'm not going to be able to come up with half. He said, how about, $150 this month, $150 next month? I said, no, I'm going to have to move, and since we get this moonshine and we're on the front cover of the newspaper, no, I have to keep all my money for the move, but how about $5 a week for the next 60 weeks? He said, how about $6 a week for the next 50 weeks? And I said, no, I gave you my word, and this is all I could do. So the judge said, okay, fine. And I'm telling you, I don't give a damn what fine the judge gives you. If you just say, I'm sorry, I can't accept your offer at this time, I have no money, but all I have is this. The same thing happened with Brian Bonner. When Brian Bonner was going to go to jail for 4.5 years, all we made an offer to the court was like, I'm sorry, I can't, give you what you want, but what I can give you is this, $1 a day, $30 a month. But if there's anything else I have, you let me know. Oh, but first, before you ask anything else of me, other than $1 a day, is there going to be somebody who's going to come forth in this court and swear that any of this stuff is true? That's all I basically did with Brian. And like I tell you, man, anybody can do that. The judge goes in. The judge can just take and just say, okay, I'll drop the fine, but you still have to pay the court costs. The judge will negotiate with you. It's ridiculous, but they'll do it. It's ridiculous, and if you just say, you know what, you want to just make the judge try to save face, you just say, look, I'll do 10 hours of community service, so you let the judge get off the hook. It's like, hey, you got like an animal shelter here, I'll work for the animal shelter for 10 hours, or I'll help little old ladies cross the street, for 10 hours a week, or I'll help pick trash up on the side of the highway. So that way you can help the judge save face, because honestly, you don't owe them a fucking dime. You haven't done any wrong, and there's no debt to anybody. But to me, it's like, why destroy the system? Because I don't want people to learn how to just destroy the system. Because, like I said, what happens? You just got a whole bunch of hillbillies or a whole bunch of black kids who are just running around with 3-wheeled vehicles, and they're just playing bumper cars all over the road, going 500 miles an hour through school zones. And the cops are trying to give them tickets, and they're just laughing at them. Said, oh, yeah, you know what I'm going to do with that ticket when I get to court? I would say, why don't you make it $1 trillion ticket, Judge? Because all I want to pay is $1 a year for the next 10 trillion years. I don't give a damn. Put whatever damn number you want in there. What the fuck do I care? Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's going to get obscene when everybody starts learning the simple tricks that I'm teaching people. But go ahead. Make it $10 billion. I don't give a damn. This is all commercial. This isn't a judicial court. This is all administrative. You don't have the power. If I just say to you, there, I'll pay the fine, not a problem. But all I got is this. You can't make me pay any more than I got. It's commercial. You can't say, well, you better pay more. I'm going to put you in jail. Oh, really? Then you just committed extortion, Judge. I told you what I got. This is administrative court. I know what kind of court this is. This is a commercial court. This ain't a judicial court. I know what kind of hearing this is. Don't get tough guy on me. Don't commit extortion. Don't communicate threats to your fellow man. But this is the best I could do. And see, that's what I'm saying. If you guys are learning how simple this stuff is, what makes you think street thugs aren't going to learn this as well? What makes you think street thugs aren't going to Google my stuff and YouTube my stuff and find out how simple this is? Yeah, you good, godly Christian people who are listening to me, yeah, you guys ain't never going to use this stuff in nefarious reasons. No. But what happened when street thugs hear this stuff? What happened when punks, who just want to drive 500 miles an hour down through school zones and run people's kids over hear this stuff and say, oh, forgive me, my brother, if I trespass, and they got to be let go? How do you think that, what do you think is going to happen to society when everybody finds out how simple this is to get out of any kind of debt, any kind of societal debt? And, oh, I got a debt to society. Oh, all you got to do is this. So like I said, sure. Can you beat every single freaking ticket? Sure. Can you get your houses for free? Absolutely. Can you get all your credit card stuff for nothing? Absolutely. But what are you people accomplishing? And it's like, You just don't give a damn. It's because it's for you. But what about our children? Our children's children. If we go around and we just destroy the system. Yes, I know the system's getting effing crazy. Like, look what's happening to my kid and, grandpa. It's getting crazy. Yes, that's why I'm fighting to push the system back. I don't want to destroy the system. I just want to tell the system, you better stop. Because there's people like out here, like me, who said, did you just take and carry off something that was mine that's not yours? Yeah. You understand you're going to have to compensate me. What? No, you're supposed to cry. No, I'm not crying, lady. I'm telling you, you took my kid. Yeah, you took my kid. She's mine, right? She's my property. What? Okay, is she yours? No. She's mine? Yes. Okay, she's my property. Well, we don't like using the word property. Okay, call her a pine cone. I don't give a damn what the hell you call her. She's my pine cone, right? Is she your pine cone? You enjoying my pine cone? You using it every day? I hope you are, because it's going to cost you. This is all administrative. This is all commercial. This is all built on money. This is all maritime. We're not dealing with common law anymore, ladies. No, what are we dealing with now? Oh, now we're dealing with maritime. Yeah, right. United States, everything's corporation now, right? Yeah. Hooray. I can play you in your little game. Want to play your commercial game? Yeah, let's play your commercial game. Pay me. That's your rules. I'm just using your own damn rules. Pay me. You want to teach street thugs how to play this game too? Oh, they're going to love it. Everybody's going to make a shitload of money. Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun. And that's what I'm trying to teach them, man. I'm trying to show the other side as well. You better stop, because this is going to get ugly. If some dumb schmuck like me could figure it out, how long do you think it's going to take for the street punks to figure it out? Go ahead and Google me. See when I left high school at 14 years old. Go ahead. If some clown like me could figure it out, who can't figure this out? If some guy from Moldova could figure it out, who can't figure this out? It's not that tough. It's going to get ugly for the legal society. If they don't tighten up their shit quick and clean house, it's going to get ugly.
I don't understand why Grandpa's in family court and not criminal court.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe that. Me and some guys in Ohio, and we told about his case with his kid, and his kid is over 18, and his kid was in family court still. I said, wait a second. How old is the kid? He said 18. When did this happen? When the kid was 17. And he's where? Family court. And he's on trial? Yeah, well, they call it a trial. Wait a second. If he's found guilty in family court as a juvenile, but he's 18, how are they going to sentence him to big boy prison? They're going to have to put him in a juvenile hall, but he can't because I said, this is like some crazy, like Star Trek episode. This is some crazy, wait a second. If everything I say is a lie, but I'm lying, so I'm lying to you now. Am I lying or what? I said, this makes no sense. I said, holy shit, wait a second. I think Grandpa is in juvenile court. I said, what the hell is Grandpa doing in juvenile court? And I said, you know what? I don't have the paperwork with me. It's at my mom's house. I said, when I get to my mom's house tomorrow morning, I'll take a look, and I'll see if it's, I could have sworn he's in juvenile court. And then I came home and I took a picture of it, and I sent Gus a picture. I said, Gus, you ain't going to believe this. What, Grandpa's in juvenile court? What, he's a domestic court, a family court. What? Yeah, because it happened at a house. It happened in family. It happened inside of a family's house. And the government has no jurisdiction inside of a family's house. You can do whatever the fuck you want in four closed walls. There's not a damn thing they could do to you. If they could, you don't think they would have been breaking into the Playboy Mansion in California every 5 minutes back in the 1960s, 1970s for unmarried people having sex? Because, oh, you better believe there was all kinds of fornication laws, unmarried people and people giving blowjobs to each other, whatever that's called, man. I'm trying to sodomy laws. You better believe it. And you better believe people were bragging about it coming out of the Playboy Mansion or videotaping it or showing it wherever. This is what goes down in Hugh Hefner's house. All kinds of sodomy acts. Did you hear one time Los Angeles County ever come and kicking in Hugh Hefner's front door and arresting Hugh Hefner and all the people having sodomy in his house? No. You didn't see the police running in there to make sure all the Playmate bunnies were over 18? No. Why? Because Hugh Hefner has an army of attorneys who know you better not cross that threshold. There's none of your damn business what's going on in my mansion. There's no damn business what's going on in my house. You worry about what's going on in the public. I'll worry what's going on behind my four walls. You worry about the street. I got this. You never seen him being taken out in handcuffs by having sex with an underage person in his Playboy Mansion. Oh, I bet there's plenty of women that went into that Playboy Mansion who were under the age of 18. That's that guy. He's like, oh, I only marry a woman up until the age of 22. And after 22, they're no good, and I go get another 18-year-old. I mean, it's ridiculous how this guy just gets married. He's like, well, over the age of 22, man, they pretty well, worn out past their prime. His philosophy is amazing. So how come they're not kicking in his door every 5 minutes? Because he knows the damn law, the castle doctrine. He knows domestic authority doctrine. He's not stupid. And that's what I'm saying. I can't imagine, man, what this government down here in Virginia must be doing if they're researching me, if they're Googling me, if they're looking at my stuff, said, holy shit, this clown actually knows the law. He actually knows we have absolutely no authority to walk into somebody's home. It's just like the guy who flew me out to Chicago, gave me $5,000. I said, look, you're wasting $5,000. Well, Carl, I really need you out here because I'm an IT specialist and I'm a government contractor. And, I'm being charged. I said, you're not being charged. Where did they bust you? In my house. I was growing pot in the basement. They took all the heat lamps and they took all the pyros. Dude, they're not charging you. Yes, they are. Dude, they're not. He said, oh, yeah, it's been going on for 4 or 5 months now. I said, dude. He said, this is like the third time I'm going to court. Dude, you're not in court. What? This is all administrative. Dude, you got an attorney. Yeah, I paid $20,000 for the attorney. Dude, did he tell you that you'd be in charge of the crime? Yeah. Are you sure? Well, I think he told me. Dude, you're not being charged. You sent me the paperwork. Dude, you haven't even been indicted yet. You're not charged. You can't be charged till you're indicted. And they can't indict you because you did it in your fucking house. And you didn't expose anybody in the public to any danger. Well, what you say? My attorney said there's very serious notes. He probably said allegations. He probably never said the word charges. So when I flew out there, I met him and his wife. His wife thought I was freaking nuts, saying, yes, he's charged. I said, oh, effing lady. Jesus, F. You know what? I can't. I said, dude, just take me for a ride. And then we took a ride up to Chicago, man. Further up in Chicago, we saw a Chicago Cubs game. And this guy couldn't relax, man. I just said, look, just get into the game. What? I said, just get into dude, you're not even charged. I said, well, dude, it's all make-believe. Just might as well enjoy the game because when you got to go to court in another day or two, you're going to see exactly you're not charged with anything. You're going to see what the judge is going to do when I hand him a piece of paper. He's going to freak out. That's exactly what the judge did. He freaked. But then we went and met his attorney the next day, and his attorney's like, I said, tell this man the truth. Is he charged with a crime? He says, who are you? I said, I'm the friend of the family. You tell this man, is he charged with a crime? Well, no, he's facing some very serious allegations. When he said that, fucking poor Peter exploded. He says, what? You've led me to believe for all these months I'm in charge of a crime. You tell me I'm not charged. Dude, you're not charged with a crime. Dude, you did it in your house. He can't charge you. The government can't charge you. They can't come in your house and take your pot plants and all. Shit, dude. You can make a claim against them for taking your guns and your drugs and everything else. You didn't know that? No, I didn't know that. Well, why not? Why don't you know? You're a smart guy. Your brother's an IT guy. You're an IT guy. Tell me you don't fucking know. The government can't come and take your shit. If they do, they got to compensate you. Well, no, I didn't know we could. Of course you can. And I was talking right in front of his attorney all the time. And it was funny. I talked to his attorney. We started at 3:30 in the afternoon. And about 5:30 at night, I told the attorney, look, man, I'm getting hungry. I got to go. We got to go to court tomorrow morning. I want to go out to go get something to eat. And the attorney didn't want me to leave. He's like, no, tell me more. I said, okay, you know what? Everything I just taught you tonight, yeah. You know what? Save it for somebody who's worth $1 billion. Yeah, why? He said, don't use this information on peons like this guy, the guy who grows pot in his basement. Wait until you get $1 billion client. And you want to get him out of the most ridiculous charges, the most amazing charges that this guy could possibly face. Drop this little fucking 2 lines into the fucking court and watch what happens next. Don't give this to everybody because you know what? You're going to be disbarred. After you drop this into the court, they're going to disbar you. But that $1 billion guy, he's going to get out of trouble, and you're going to make a shitload of money from your trillionaire client, but they're going to disbar you. So don't do this for everybody. But when you got a big money ticket and you want to retire and you want to walk away from the bar, you want to walk away from being an attorney, then drop this little 2 sentences into the court. And then when we dropped it into the court, it was so funny. The judge exploded. Who the hell put this into my court? Who the hell did this? Who the hell is practicing law without a license in my court? And it's like, I think the state of Illinois stopped issuing licenses back in 1932. And in 1934, the practice and licensing and issuing of licenses to practice any law within the United States is, since it's a right that predates the Magna Carta, the states can't regulate it or control it. So everybody in your courtroom is practicing law without a license, Your Honor. Well, this notice better leave my court. Court immediately. Oh, So you're practicing law from the bench. Is that what are you doing? I'm just telling you, oh, so you commit extortion. What's going to happen if we don't? Well, I highly recommend that this notice leaves this case immediately. Okay, your notice will be taken into consideration. Your recommendation will be given, its proper due. Now, is there anything else? We're going to have a rehearing on this thing in 30 days. And the judge was exploding. And then we walked out of the courtroom. It was funny. The guy, Peter, his wife slapped him upside the head and say, holy God, now I understand what Carl's doing, you dumb schmuck. Why don't you end it here? Why don't you ask the judge, man? Where's the man saying I've done something wrong? Why don't you just end the damn thing? And then his attorney fucking walked down the hall with me. He started laughing his ass off. He's like, oh, my God, Carl, that was hilarious. He was like, what? He said, I ain't never seen that judge yell ever. Holy crap. That judge is like the most mellowish Irish guy. Holy shit, that guy exploded. He said, man, that was worth the price of admission. He says, boy, I'm glad you didn't mind me coming up here with you today and watch you do what you do. I said, yeah, it's a lot of fun, ain't it? These guys go nuts when you put this paperwork into the court. They don't know what the fuck to do. They ain't never seen nothing like this. They're totally nuts because he's basically showing them, I know the game, and we're done. We're done playing. Now, do we have any real business here today, or you just want to keep dicking around with me? So, like I said, it drives them nuts because it's so simple. So, like I said, but if everybody just takes down the legal society like that, if everybody just does that, can you imagine what this world would be like, man, if everybody just walks in, you see everybody walking into the courthouse with a 2-sentence thing, and everybody just walking out laughing their asses off? I mean, feel like, what the hell happened? I don't know, man. Everybody just found this 2-sentence, 3-sentence thing, and they were all walking in and walking out of the courtroom. There's nothing they can do to us. That's right. So let's drive without our seatbelts. Woo-hoo. Let's do 500 miles an hour through a school zone. Woo-hoo. Let's go party tonight. Let's go get drunk and drive. That's exactly what would happen. It would just be like total bedlam, chaos. And it's like, oh, no, Paul, people are better than that. Oh, really? If they came on and CNN News and say, there is no more drunk driving laws in this country, people can no longer get prosecuted, can no longer go to jail, can no longer be fined or in prison for drinking and driving. How many people would just go to their local bars and celebrate, and they fucking fall down drunk, laughing their asses off, and all get in their cars at midnight and say, hey, let's give the fingers to the cops and try to stop me now. Watch me, I'm drunk. Woo, payback's a bitch, cop. That's what I bet would happen. People would party like it was New Year's Eve. And say, oh, boy, we'd all drink and drive again? All right, hallelujah. So at first they'd get nutty and they'd do it, and then maybe, in a week or two, the novelty would wear off and people would go back to normal and not want to drink and drive. But the first day they get away with it, I bet you they'd fucking all do it just to give the finger to the cops. So the cops here, stop me now, buddy. Look, see how fucked up I am? Look, motherfucker. Can't stop me now, can you? Wish you could. Nope, can't do it no more. Why? Because I know the 2 sentences to get me out of any damn trouble. Go fuck yourself. Oh, is that an order, sir? Yeah, that'll be a $500 order, sir. Go ahead, order me. Order me not to drive my car. Go ahead. Order me to get out of behind the steering wheel. Go ahead. Like I said, it's interesting what I do, but it's also very, it could cause a lot of chaos like that. If the bad people, like, street thugs, learn this stuff. So what would be the benefit? But like I said, what they're doing, especially like they said, the grandpa and my daughters, they're pushing it. I'm not pushing it. I just want to live a nice, quiet life. I just want to work on cars, take care of stupid ponies, take care of chickens, and be left alone. I just want to be let alone. I don't want no government intervention. I don't want to deal with them. I don't want them to deal with me. So they came back into my world a month ago. I didn't go looking for them. They came and they stepped into my world again. And now I'm doing these stupid shows again, trying to explain what the hell's going on. Because if I don't stop them, they're just going to keep getting nuttier and nuttier. Just like my little brother Frankie understood. He tried to explain to my mom. He's like, look, you got to understand what Carl's doing. What's going to happen is they're going to take Frank down, the leader of this family, and then they're going to come after me, the uncle. And after they take me down, who's going to take care of this farm, Mom? And then, Mom, you're going to lose the farm. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to sell the farm to get your son and your husband out of jail, and all the lawyers are going to get all the money that you and Dad worked 65, 70 years to acquire all this crap, and the lawyers are going to take it away in legal fees. And you guys are going to wind up with nothing. He said, I understand what Carl's saying. It all makes sense to me now. And my little brother's trying to beam it to my 70-something-year-old mom. You better fucking listen to Carl, because this is what the legal society's going to do. They're going to take every damn thing away from you guys. They're going to take this farm. They're going to take this house. They're going to take every damn thing. It's a witch hunt. My brother's like, he said, I understand exactly now what Carl's doing. So like I said, Like I said, when that Moldovan guy was perfect call, he said, no, 100, gave him another $100,000 bail. Because he said, I don't understand this legal paperwork and who's the man who wrote it, who's going to say I've done something wrong. But take him away and give him another $100,000 bail, let him think about it. Thank God the judge saw the paperwork and said, holy shit, get this guy out of that holding cell. And thank God the Moldovan guy said, the head fucking bailiff said, I ain't never seen nothing like this, but you got to come with me right now. Yeah, ain't never seen nothing like that. Thank God the guy had a piece of paper in front of the judge. And thank God, man, it was formatted perfect. The lowercase I was there. I mean, that guy did a damn good job. That judge seen that and shit a pickle. But like I said, eventually they're not going to care, and they're going to just not care about the paperwork anymore, not care what they say. It's going to get ugly. It's going to be a battle, man. And it's going to get stupid. You know, they're going to try to hold their power. They're not going to go down easy. It's just going to get ugly. They might be told, you know what, all bets off. Don't worry if somebody comes forth and says that they're a man. Look what happened in England. The guy from Scotland sent me a memo that the police department and Scotland police would get. It says to all UK police and Scotland police. I don't know why Scotland's not considered UK police, but it said to all UK police and Scottish police, Scot police, if any man on any stop at any time, if you stop any person, you stop any individual, you know, in traffic, any kind of traffic stop, and they say, is that an order? You are to arrest them immediately and take them to the precinct. So they're catching on over in England. The cops are catching on. The government's catching on and saying if anybody says to the police officer when they get pulled over, oh, is that an order? License, registration, oh, is that an order? They're to be arrested immediately. So now, I mean, if you just wanted to go to the store, you're dropping your kids off to school, or you're going to work, and you went through a red light, and the police officer said to you, ma'am, you just went through that red light, license, registration, and you say, oh, is that an order? They're to arrest her immediately and take her to the local precinct immediately. Now, she could have groceries in the back of the car. She could have children in the car. How do you think she's going to feel when she's getting arrested and the kids are going over to social services and her ice cream is melting in the back seat for 10 hours until she gets out of jail? And she's going to say, you know what, I'm not going to say, is that an order again? See, they know that there's nothing they could actually do to that lady, but they're going to make her life miserable because she pulled this stunt by saying, oh, is that an order? They're like, oh, you know, just arrest her immediately. What? Just arrest her immediately. What for? Just arrest her immediately. What? She gets sued if she wants to. But you know what? We're just going to humiliate her. We're going to get her car impounded. We're going to have her car towed off the side of the road. We're going to have her kids put in foster care for the day. We're going to let her ice cream melt in the back seat. She's just going to realize the next time we say license, registration, she's just going to shut her fucking mouth and give us the damn thing. She's not going to play this, oh, is that an order game? So eventually, like I said, they're just going to do shit like that over here. And you guys are going to say, oh, is that an order? Oh, that's it. You're under arrest. Come on with us. What? No, I'm just asking. Oh, is that an order too? Yes, that's an order. Is that an order? Oh, good. You come with us. Oh, good. You can owe me $5,000, man, for carrying on. Good. You know what? Sue me. They're just going to say, go ahead, sue me. And you're not going to get a fucking dime because they're just going to throw the rule book out the window. And they're just going to say, no, we're going to take these people over again. We're just going to do whatever we want. And it's going to get ugly. It's just going to get ugly, man. I can't see them just backing off. I can't see the legal society just saying, you know what, fine. You know, let man do as he wishes. You know what, we'll go back to worrying about import and export duty taxes and fees. We're going to worry about helping Coca-Cola and Pepsi. You know what, we're going to get out of man's life altogether. We're going to just let man be. If man wants to be self-determining, self-destiny, self-determination, self-governing, you know what, the legal society, we're just going to back off. And we're just going to let man do as he wishes. I can't see them giving up that easy. After all the power they got, all the years it took to get to this position that they have over man, oh, they're not just going to let us go. They're not just going to say, okay, you know, you win. We'll go back to being, you know, working for IBM and Microsoft. We'll go back to doing what legal lawyers do. We're going to worry about corporations, and you know what? We're going to let man have his, be happy. We'll let man smoke, drink, do whatever he wants to do, whatever drugs he wants to do. You know what? We're just going to let him be. I can't see them just backing off. I can't just see them throwing their hands up and saying, you know what, fine, man wins. Man figured it out. Oh, well, it was fun. I can't see them going down without a fight and just say, you know what, damn to all the rules, damn to all the laws, damn to everything. You know what, we're just going to, fuck it. We're going to fight to the bitter end. We already got all this position and power. Why give it up? Why go down easy? It's a societal order. It's a society. It's just like the Ku Klux Klan society. Down in the, you know, for 50, 60 years, If you wanted to be a policeman down south, you had to be part of the Ku Klux Klan Society. If you wanted to be a mayor of a town, you had to be a member of the Ku Klux Klan. So if you want to be a cop, you have to be a member of the legal society. If you want to be a judge, you got to be a member of the legal society. If you wanted to be a member of any political party down south, you had to be a member of the Klan. If you weren't a member of the Klan, you were not going to be a mayor. You were not going to be a cop. You were not going to be a fireman. You were not going to be a teacher. You were not going to have any position of power or authority if you weren't a member of the Ku Klux Klan. They didn't give up power up easy either. It got ugly down there. And like I said, I can't see the legal society or the Ku Klux Klan. I can't see the legal society giving up power that easy and just saying, okay, man, take your fair share back. We're not going to take from you anymore. We're not going to control you anymore. Why? Because the legal society does what? They got perfect hands. They got perfect fingernails. They got perfect teeth. They got perfect everything because they don't work for a living. They don't get dirty. They don't sweat. They wear three-piece suits and ties. They drive fucking imported fucking German cars. They don't want to work and get dirty for a living. They like the easy money. They like seeing normal people like me go out on Frank, drive a truck for 30, 40 years and take everything away from him. Why are they taking everything away from Frank? Well, he's easy. Why? Because he's stupid. Why? Because they say, okay, so I fucked the Pope in the ass last week. Let me go home. It's just ridiculous. And that's exactly what's going on. It's just getting ridiculous. And people have had enough. And like I said, I can't see it going anyplace else than the legal society just getting ugly about it. And they're going to tell all the cops, too, man. They're going to say, look, you guys are into your eyeballs just as deep as we are. You people better fucking start crushing these people, because everybody can hang. When these people figure out what the hell we did to their families and did to their homes and stole all their money and took all their labor from them and all their money that they labored over for all these years, you don't think these people are going to be pissed when people start waking up and realizing, holy shit, we never owed you a dime, did we? No. And all that money in taxes, where did it go? Well, honestly, we could have just hit the reset button and went back to zero. You mean I could have went back to zero anytime too? Well, yeah, we all can. And you didn't tell us. No. And you put my dad in jail because he didn't pay taxes. Or like that poor guy up that me and Gus was talking to, he hanged himself in his living room when his son went to go meet him for lunch. He went to his dad's house and found him swinging in the living room. I forgot what that little guy's name was, but he was a tough little bastard, the guy who asked me for help. And I really thought that he was going to pull through because he was a hard-ass little bastard. He picked up bolts of carpeting, man. They're freaking heavy. And he's a powerful little guy. He laid carpeting for a living. And I don't remember what the man's name was, but I met him in Yoma in Tennessee. And I said, look, here's one notice we're going to put to the IRS. We got 2 more to go. Hang in there, buddy. He's like, you're damn right I'm going to hang in there. I'm going to kick that IRS ass. I'm done. I'm done with them stealing my money. They're going to shut my business down? No way. I don't think so. I'm going to fight. I said, well, God bless you, sir. Fight. And then his son sent me a text message in the morning saying, please call me immediately. And I was like, wait a second. I just talked to this little guy yesterday. I gave him a pep talk for about an hour. Gave him a rah-rah fucking pep talk. Then Gus called me up, or Gus text messaged me and said, this guy, his son, tried to call you, and you didn't answer the phone. He just wanted to tell you that his dad killed himself in his living room. He hung himself. You remember what that guy's name was, Gus?
No, I don't remember. He owned a floor company in New Hampshire.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was just a normal name like Bob. I mean, it wasn't a big name. Like, see, I remember Yoma. Yoma was spelled Jorma, so that was a weird name. He was from Finland. So Yoma died right after he died, right after his friend died. So these guys were dying, man, just from fighting the IRS. I mean, these guys were getting stressed out to that point. One guy had a stroke, and the other guy hung himself. So this stuff is just getting stupid and ugly that people are dying for IRS problems, and the IRS can be taking a couple of letters. There's no reason to be killing yourselves. And there's no reason for the government agents to allow people to be killing themselves for a debt that doesn't exist. It's just ridiculous.
That was Brian Bezio.
That's it, Benzio. I remember that name. It used to pop up, BB. I remember that. Yeah.
I don't know if I talked to his son a few times after that, and he told me that he ended up getting divorced, and he gave his wife everything, took all the debt. He assumed all the debt for the IRS, and gave her everything to make sure she was all set. And I think it was, after that he hung himself after that. But I think it was you know, he just figured he wasn't going to make it because, you know, I mean, these people were just evil.
Yeah.
But he wanted to make sure his wife was all set, so he's a pretty decent guy.
Right, because that's what I was thinking at first. I was furious when you sent that to me, and I remember sending emails to you, text messages, that I am not talking to his son. He said, why not? I said, because I'm going to fucking tear his father apart. I am going to destroy his father. I said, his father ain't dead. I'm going to come up there and I'm going to kick his ass. Dead or alive, I'm going to kick his dad's ass. Because there's no reason why you kill yourself when the IRS is coming after you, because it's all on paper and pen and ink. You can fight these fuckers with paper and pen, and it's all over in a couple of letters. I said, you don't fucking hang yourself and leave your women and children behind because the IRS, this magical three-letter word thing, scares you so much that you got to kill yourself. I said, man, you know, even if the guy's dead, I said, I'm going to go up there and kick his ass. I said, Gus, I can't talk to his son. I'm furious right now with Brian for doing that. I said, this chicken shit, don't do it. Hang in there and fight. It's only paper, pen, and ink, guys. They didn't take your kids. They didn't take, you know, your house. They're threatening you. Just write back to them. This is what we're going to write back to them, especially if they're communicating threats or committing extortion. We're going to write back to them, and this is how we're going to deal with them. But we're not going to hang ourselves and leave our women and children behind, because who's going to protect them from the next IRS? Nobody. So I said, Gus, you probably talk to the son a lot better than I can right now, because I'm furious with Brian. I mean, I was pissed. I wasn't sad that he killed himself. I was pissed. I said, that chicken shit motherfucker. I said, man, I just gave him a pep talk for an hour yesterday trying to tell him, look, buddy, we got this. We already got the first letter in. Give it a couple of days. We're going to send 2 more. We're going to get him. I said, this is going to be fine. And he sounded all, you know, pepped up like, yeah, man, we're going to get him. Yeah, fuck them. They ain't going to destroy my life. Damned if 9, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, man, I get a stupid text message saying, please call me. And I was like, oh, Brian calling me again? Oh, jeez. I got time to pep talk this guy again. I just talked to him for an hour yesterday. You know, it's just crazy, you know. So like I said, you know, so it's always this weird balance of me. Like, can I just let people keep killing themselves because these government agents are torturing these people? Or do I just say to the people, look, you know, just do this to the IRS and it'll all just go away? And then, but wait a second, when people realize there's nothing controlling them, how crazy are people going to get for a while? And I'm sure they're going to just, you know, get a little while for a while, and then things will start settling down, go back to normal. But when people realize, holy shit, is that all we have to do? That's all you got to do. And it's over, and it's over. Well, hell, let's see if I can get away with it. Dude, no, don't try it just to try it. Just like this one guy said, well, let me get a seatbelt ticket just to try it. No, dude, don't just do things to try it, to see if you can get away with it. You know, like I said, like I said to my little brother, my mom the other day when we went to Walmart, they said, oh, I got somebody else arrested at Walmart. I said, oh, boy, I'd love to, you know, grab a $5,000 TV and walk out the front door. And my mom and brother said, why? I said, because I'd want Walmart to sue me or press charges on me for stealing a $5,000 TV, and I'd reverse, and I'd come after them, and I'd say they made a false claim because that TV was worth only $19.73, because that's all they paid for it. They did not pay $5,000 for that TV. They had some Chinese slave laborers making for $19.73. So obviously Walmart is trying to get something more than they deserve. They only got $19 into this thing. Why are they coming after me, and why are they lying in the public saying I stole a $5,000 TV? I did not take a $5,000 TV. It only cost $19.73 for Walmart to bring it over to this country and put it on that shelf. That was it. That's all it cost them. So that's all they can claim. So every single shoplifting case in U.S. history could be overturned by Walmart having me arrested for a TV. I get every single, shoplifting case ever heard in the United States overturned, because that's not actually what it cost a jewelry store. That's not actually it cost Walmart. That's not actually what it cost a drugstore. They did not get that much money stolen from them. Potential income they got stolen, whoop-de-doo. But it was potentially what Walmart could have got for that TV. They could have got $5,000 for the TV if it didn't fall off the shelf, if it didn't become part of Black Tuesday or Black Thursday or Freaky Friday sale. They could have got the $5,000. It was an overstock, or it was the last year's model, and they had to sell it on a clearance sale. They could have potentially got $5,000. Yeah, they could have also maybe got $1 million if somebody's stupid enough to come and give them $1 million for it. But it only cost them $19.73 to put it on a damn shelf. That's all they could claim. Not one dime more. So like I said to my brother and my mom, I said, see, I can get every shoplifting case overturned in the United States so fast it would be ridiculous. But then what would be the point? Everybody would be going out shoplifting like crazy. You say, woohoo, Carl got every shoplifting thing overturned in U.S. history. Wow. How many people would just fucking hit Walmart like a fucking bunch of gangbusters and just say, we're going to steal everything in sight. Let Walmart stop us now. Because all they could claim for me for this $500 TV is $19.73. So what? If I get caught walking out the front door of it, you know what? I'll flip the guy $19.73 and say, here, I hope you enjoy the $19.73. Because that's how much I heard this TV really cost you. And that's all you can claim. Ha! And that's what people would do. I know people, man. That's stupid. Tell me people wouldn't do that. Tell me people wouldn't say, those TVs really cost $19.73? Wow. Okay. You know what? Without shoplifting it, you know what they do? Just hand it to get lady at the cash register. Like, yeah, here's $19.73, lady. What? I'm going to take that $500 TV. What? Yeah, because you call the cops on me anyway. Well, you can claim it's $19.73 anyway, so here you go. Here's your $19.73. No, it's $500. Huh? Well, sue me. Prove it. Prove it's $500. Bye-bye. Here's your $19.73. Everybody will be walking through the store doing the same damn shit. I mean, I'm telling you, Gus, wouldn't that make like for a funny show or like a funny movie watching everybody just do that?
Yeah, there's all sorts of those things that we talk about. Shit people would do. It's the same as those people trying to get free houses.
Oh, yeah. It's tough, man. You know, figuring out who to help, who not to help.